Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of Real Life Community Services and our sponsors, welcome to Under the Big Tub, a show so big only the internet could contain it. So we brought you this show to you. How fun is that? Come on inside and be amazed at what we're about to show. I, Rod Redkay, will be your ringmaster for tonight's performance. Do you hear that? The circus is just about to begin. This type of circus isn't what we do at real life every day, but it may look like it to some. People's lives are in shambles, and it's our mission to bring some order out of their chaos. Real Life Community Services, like a circus, has many acts performing at the same time. While one ring has an act in progress, another ring is just getting started, like this. In a traditional circus, the trapeze artists are strong and nimble. Their years of practice have brought them in front of an audience that is amazed by their feats. Like the circus, our youth development team have come together, trained together, and become strong to give each student they serve the momentum to swing to the other side to succeed. Unlike the circus, though, Christ is there as a safety net so they won't get hurt when they fall. Robin Redkay leads this small group of young adults aiming to make a difference. Let's hear what she has to say.
The Lighthouse is pretty much just a rented community center. We started it as a youth center specifically. We had a youth program on Tuesday nights every week for a long time till COVID hit. Then it kind of dispersed and we haven't had any kids here in a long time. That's what we're trying to do again, is we're trying to get a youth program back up and running. We at least want to mentor high schoolers because that's where it's at. We are gathering a team of young adults to start a cross-age mentoring program. We're hoping to have weekly time for kids to come get tutoring or just hang out, kind of just be there for kids and help them. Truly, we just want to create an area where we can connect with each other and build each other up. Everyone has insecurities, especially in high school. They aren't sure of who they are. They are trying to find their place in the world, but they have no idea where to start. Maybe their parents are busy with work and trying to provide for their family, so perhaps they're not getting enough attention, or enough attention that they think they need. So it's important to have other people who are able to give teens a place to sit and talk, and to feel like they're wanted by the people around them. Our main goal is to change the world one person at a time. We are getting ready to create a space where we can connect with people and build each other up. Any amount of money will help us be able to provide snacks to keep kids interested, because that's what kids come for. We come for food. But also it will eventually help to pay for and in turn can invest their time fully into making this program the best it can be.
Thanks, Robin. You guys are awesome. Just curious, where do you get such a friendly personality? Did you ever wonder why plate spinners are so entertaining? Well, it raises your adrenaline level to watch one person balancing so many plates at a time without them falling down. While watching that activities going on at a Warehouse 916 Food Distribution Center, it may look like these are spinning plates. But these volunteers are vigilant to keep the food coming in and going out each and every week. Our participants are trying to balance their lives by providing a balanced meal while still balancing their checkbooks. So we're here to help. Our food distribution team has been incredible. We are so thankful for our 30 volunteers who come out to help pack boxes and distribute food to families each and every week. Last year, we gave out over 8,300 meals, totaling over 35,000 pounds of food. Let's hear from Bridget what it's like to be a real-life volunteer working at our food distribution programs.
A couple years ago, there was a table in the elementary school at Reamstown talking about the Power Packs program, and I just went up and started asking how I could help out, and right away got plugged in, and that's several years ago now, and just really love helping with that program. We're packing boxes for the Wednesday distribution. Every week I help with the weekly distribution, and so we hand out food items to families who have children in the Cocalico School District. We offer a recipe, all the ingredients needed for the recipe, and then other like essential food items or staples. And we have about 40 to 50 families that come in currently. There is a huge need in our community, and it might seem a little bit hidden, but food insecurity, not having enough food, is huge, and I see it every day in the job that I do, but I see it in the needs that families have that come in. It makes me think of one mom recently who said to me how grateful she is for this help, and she said that she can't wait to be in the spot where she can then help in this program or be a way to meet other people's needs in the future. There's really like a spirit of giving among the families, that they encourage one another, they share resources with each other. So it's just really cool because when you do give, you can see that that's contagious and it overflows into our community.
And I'll do the chickpeas, and we need ham in each box.
I think Real Life is amazing. I feel like they meet people where they're at. They're non-judgmental, they're accepting, and they're responsive to the needs of people in the community.
So we already have 2, now we have 3.
For me, as a Christian, I want to show God's love in my everyday life, and I think volunteering at Real Life is one way that I can do that. I think meeting people's practical needs is a real way to show people God's love.
One of the scariest acts in the circus is by far the lion tamer. One man in a ring with the most ferocious of beasts. Many families in need feel like they're all alone in a cage with lions of poverty and despair roaring around them. So we built the Declaration House for a place of refuge and safety to protect them from the lions that may be wanting to rip them apart. Here's just one story of a family's life that we saved.
It's me, my 2 sons, and my fiance. So we were living in Ephrata. We didn't get evicted. It was like, hey, your lease is up. They didn't do another year of the lease, so we had to move. Wow, look at that tiny dog, and then look at Clifford. So then we were bouncing from my Nana's house to his mom's house, like bouncing back and forth from house to house. And it was really irritating. So I was just driving around one day looking for apartments. I drove down the street here. I was like, wow, like the Declaration House apartments. And it was new because Denver never really had apartments. And then next thing I know, I got a phone call saying, hey, you got approved. I felt like my life was falling apart, but then I got that email and life just felt like it was just like all finally coming back together. So it's like emotional, sorry. If it wasn't for the community, we wouldn't have a place to live. If it wasn't for the community, the kids wouldn't have a playground to go play in. If it wasn't for the community, like, our life would not be the same. 2 years ago, we didn't have a car. And we were relying on people. We were borrowing my future in-laws' car. We were borrowing rides from people. Like, being here, we got a car. We're saving up for a house. We have the kid in school. Jace got help. This place has just been a blessing. Hold out your hand. I went from just hating life to now looking forward to the next day.
We are so blessed to be a part of what God is doing in their lives. And our community has been outstanding in the support of Real Life Community Services this past year. On top of all that, Real Life has been able to bring together a team of community leaders and stakeholders. In a circus, the performers live their lives together in a community. Each performer has their own personality and gifts and talents to perfect. But in the grand finale, they come together in lockstep and performing a well-choreographed dance routine to entertain us all. Similarly, Real Life has started Cocalico Cares, a Communities That Cares model to bring key leaders and stakeholders together to address issues and help provide an environment where our children can grow and thrive. All of this culminates in the extraordinary impact that we have on this community. Overall, Circus is only as good as the tent that covers it. At Real Life, our social services is an overarching system that covers all the needs of our programs. Whether it's food distribution or youth development, Chris Hibbert and her team touch all aspects of what we do here at Real Life Community Services, and it assures that everyone is covered by God's love.
Within a few days, we found a place 10 minutes away from my dad. We moved in on June 26th. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. We met our next door neighbors and they are awesome. The kids' new school has an 8 out of 10 rating and we get to see my dad every day. We could not have made it this far without you as our support system. The kids absolutely love it here. It's a new life. We needed this so much. And yes, I'm crying as I type all of this. Please know that we will definitely pay it forward. Thank you so much, Real Life. You are our guardian angel, and you came into our life at exactly the right time. And for that, we are forever grateful.
You could go along your everyday life and think there aren't a lot of needs right here in our community because we're pretty well blessed here in Lancaster County, but there are a whole lot more needs than most people will realize. And yeah, just being involved with Real Life, I get to see those needs and how effective Real Life is in meeting those needs.
Thank you for everything that you and Real Life has done. There are times when I want to break down and cry because Real Life has assisted me when no one else would help or believe in me. I cannot express the gratitude that I have. I would like to say thank you again to Sunny, Chris, Rod, and everyone else behind the scene of Real Life.
It's been amazing to see what Real Life has done. Going from this location originally, where they were just this little organization, to building the Declaration House and just hearing the stories of how that came to be and the impact that they've had on the community, the people that are coming in, the resources that are becoming available. It's all been good stuff.
I just want to say thank you. The Thanksgiving basket is great and incredibly appreciated.
We appreciate all that you do. Thank you all so much.
I just want to thank you so much for helping out my family with the Power Packs. Thank you so much. I am very grateful.
We appreciate all that you do. Thank you all so much.
Just a thank you for the blessing. It really is a help to many families.
This program is very good for the community. I couldn't ask for a better way to help feed families.
Dear Real Life, thank you so much for the wonderful Christmas gift. It really made my holidays enjoyable. Thank you for caring about me.
Wasn't that spectacular? Now that's what's happening for real. This is what we do day in and day out. It's such a blessing to be a part of this world-changing mission. Amidst the tumultuous times with the worst global pandemic of the century and lives being turned upside down, we have been fighting tirelessly on the front lines each and every day for those who are in need in our community. But you know, in the end, we're just normal people, living out our lives with purpose that God has given us. But we can't do it without you, our donors. We are over halfway through our fiscal year, and we still need to raise $90,000 to meet our budget. And this is the last fundraiser we have for the year. Would you be willing to partner with us? Go to our website and click on the Give button. If you happen to have the Real Life giving envelope in front of you, write out a check or fill out the credit card information and send it to us. We would greatly appreciate it. Because we know that for many, the circus is not over and the show must go on.
Are you still here? We've got work to do. Okay, just to recap. If you want to get involved, you can always volunteer. We've got everything from sweeping the floor to serving on the board. But if you'd rather donate, you can always donate to our First Friday Food Bank every first Friday of the month. The information's on the website or on Facebook. And finally, of course, you can donate your treasure. We always appreciate any donations to help benefit the Cocalico community. But truly, I've got to get back to work. Rod's a slave driver. See ya.